Mario's Super Picross for the Super Famicom. In the box too. Complete with the manual, even though, can't read it, but hey, here's the cartridge. Honestly, like, with a lot of the games, 99% of the games I buy, they're games that, I'll want to play, maybe I could see myself playing for maybe even a half hour or so, even if it's bad, even if it's good, whatever. It's something, that's just interesting to me, and I may get a kick out of it, regardless of it's good or bad. I'm not saying that this is bad, but I don't really find this game particularly interesting. I don't know what the hell to do, and I don't really think I care as to what the hell I'm supposed to do. Some of you may know that Mario's Super Picross is part of the short-lived Mario Picross series that first started off on the Game Boy, and that's the only one we got in North America. As a result, this was not, this was Japan exclusive. Though it is on the European Wii Virtual Console, so how about that? And, like I said, the game itself is just, like, oh, you're hidden away at these grids trying to make puzzles. I don't know what the hell to do. And honestly, the only reason why I got this game is because, hey, it's a Mario game that I didn't own. And it's probably the most obscure Mario game I do own, actually. But yeah, there's that. Here we have Bassmasters 2000 for the N64. This is special for being the dirtiest fucking cartridge I've ever seen in my life. At least it was when I got it. In fact, I'm surprised that the thing would even work after the extensive cleaning. In fact, I didn't even dare put this into my system. I just, because I clean my games, 9 times out of 10 cartridges when I get them, unless it's brand new, in the very rare case that I get a sealed cartridge game. But holy shit, I'm surprised even cleaning it, I was able to save it. But yes, Bassmasters 2000 obviously is a fishing game. In fact, the main reason why I got this is because, my parents, both of them actually, my mom and dad, were actually impressed with the fact that this game comes in a blue cartridge, and as a result, they were like, fuck it, let's get it. It's nice, it's blue, yay. I mean, we could have got a cheaper blue cartridge N64 game like Madden 2001 or Tony Hawk's Pro Skater, even though I already own Tony Hawk's Pro Skater. But yeah, we got this. The game itself, it's actually a decent fishing game. Probably even a good one. I don't see too many things wrong with this, except, find it hard to catch a fish. But hey, I guess it's nice to have another one of them N64 games. And the fact that it's in a colored cartridge just makes it that much cooler. In fact, there actually is a rare variant in a gray cart that some N64 collectors might know about. So if you have the gray Bassmaster 2000, you have something special. And I could be wrong, but I believe this game was only released in North America. So yeah. Alright. Here we have Project S11 for the Game Boy Color. I haven't picked up a Game Boy Color game since like near Thanksgiving, I want to say. And yeah, it's awesome to finally get another one, And this is a shooter, and it's a pretty good one. It'll last you probably like 40 minutes though, because it's not that hard compared to a lot of other shooters. But the important thing is it's fun. Even though it lasts kind of short, it's fun. The challenge is fair. The graphics are really freaking good for the system, and overall it's just a quality game. Just not a very just not the most remarkable one, but yeah. It's one of those games that you're probably not going to get any cheaper than like $10. You'd be lucky to see it for 10. I mean, it's not expensive, but I've seen this usually go for like 15 to 20 or up. I don't know, maybe it's in demand because it is a pretty damn good shooter, The power-up system and just the whole game design is really good, Oh, you even have a life bar. I mean, even though it drains fast, it's still nice, because you don't see that too often in shooters, I guess, I don't know. Actually, I do know. What the fuck am I saying? Because, I've played my fair amount of shooters, and this is a really good one. Yeah, good stuff. Get it, actually. It's worth it. Another Game Boy Color shooter I want to get is, like, R-Type DX, but that's for another time. Here's Iridion. I dropped it. Here is Iridion 3D for the Game Boy Advance. Excuse me. Even though I had bought a Game Boy Advance game this year, which was F-Zero Maximum Velocity, that was just a game upgrade because, you know, my previous copy clearly was damaged from too much blowing into the cartridge. I could tell. And, hey, finally got, you know, a Game Boy Advance game I didn't own this year. And, it's a shooter, not in the same way of Project S11. If you look up gameplay, the game is kind of reminds me a lot of, say, like, Soul Star on the Sega CD, or, you know, like, or Star Fox or whatever, but, you know, in all honesty, it's not as fun as those two games. Well, I can't speak for Soul Star, but, you know, I'm not the only one who feels this. It seems like everyone who's played this can kind of agree that this isn't a horrible game, but it's like, it's just kind of lacking. There's just something really lacking in the gameplay. I mean, you know, if you look at the graphics, it's some of the absolute best for the Game Boy Advance. In fact, I believe this was a launch title for the Game Boy Advance. So it really did show off some very impressive sprite work, and to top it off, really good music, but it just, you know, again, the fun factor just doesn't really seem to be there. I mean, I think it's because the power-ups are, you know, like, limited, or maybe because, you know, just the overall action just doesn't feel as good. I don't know how to describe it, really. I mean, I'd say probably, like, look up, you know, reviews and stuff, because they'll pretty much nail it on the head, I guess. Probably better than I could, in all honesty, with this game. Not a horrible game, but it's like, you know, Though, but the good thing is, if you're really curious about it, you know, this game can be easily found for, like, under $9. It's dirt cheap. So, yeah, that's one thing that appealed me to it. There is also Iridion 2, also on the Game Boy Advance, but unfortunately that's not as common. I'm not going to say it's one of the rarest games on the system, but I have yet to really see a copy on eBay, so maybe it is. I don't know. Maybe we have something kind of special. Gale Racer for the Sega Saturn. This was one of the first games on the Saturn, released as early as 1994. And it's a port of an arcade game called Rad Mobile. And Rad Mobile, or Radmobile, fuck it, I'm calling it Radmobile. Radmobile is a very special game, because if you're a Sonic nerd like me, you know that Radmobile was the very first appearance of Sonic the Hedgehog in, well, anything, really. It predates even, you know, the first game on the Genesis, and in Radmobile, he's, you know, just hanging from, like, the car's window. He's like a keychain. And it's the same case with here. In fact, in 2-player, you can actually also even see Knuckles, so that's pretty cool. I'm not sure if you can see Tails, or Amy, or Fang, or, you know, Bean the Dynamite, or Eggman, or any other Sonic character you can name of that came out before 1994, or 1995, whatever. I've heard a lot of people say that the arcade version is better than the Saturn port. That may be, but I don't really consider this a bad game. It's just that, you know, when I played it, the few times that I played it, I can tell that, yeah, this is an arcade game, because it's not very long, there's not much to it. You know, it's just one of those things you play at the arcade real quick, because, you know, you don't have much time, and you want to move on to other games. I mean, again, even though this is not really, you know, obviously not a 100% arcade replica, port, whatever, it's like, you know, I still can just tell, because, you know, beat in like 20 minutes, in fact. Though I haven't really 100%ed, because, you know, haven't fucking, what's the word I'm looking for? Haven't done all the time trials or done all the multiplayer races, but yeah. It's an alright game, I will say. I have to give props to Alpha Megason when he was talking about his Import Saturn collection. That's how I first heard about this game. Now on GameSack, I believe in their latest Left in Japan episode, you know, freaking, who the hell talked about it? It was Joe, yeah, it was Joe who talked about this. Damn, I haven't seen that episode in a while, but yes, Joe talked about this in GameSack. He said he didn't really recommend it, but I got it anyways, and hey, it's an okay game. Alright, let's talk about Mario and Luigi Paper Jam for the Nintendo 3DS. One thing, red case. The fuck, Nintendo. I don't like the fact that almost all your Mario games on Wii U and 3DS come in a red case. Now, I do like the fact that, you know, certain N64 games, you know, come in, like, different colors. In fact, like, hold on one sec. You know, like, here, I'll lay these fuckers out for you. See, you know, all kinds of colors. Gray for Wipeout 64, red for Jeremy McGrath Supercross 2000, blue for Tony Hawk's Pro Skater and Bassmasters 2000, green for Rayman 2, and black for ECW Hardcore Revolution. You know, I like that. I like that they come in all kinds of colors and shit, but I don't like how a lot of these Mario games are coming in red cases. That's annoying. That means I now have to buy, like, just a random white case off of, like, eBay or whatever and replace it. But let's talk about the game itself. Obviously, it's, you know, it's part of the Mario and Luigi series. A series that I've played every game for, with the exception of Partners in Time, which Partners in Time is said to be the least good out of them, so, yeah, I mean, I'm gonna play it, obviously. I mean, I want to play every Mario game that I can, with the exception of, like, PC ports of, like, Mario is Missing or whatever. But, yeah, I was inevitable that I was gonna get this, and, yeah, it's a great game, you know, like Dream Team, like Bowser's Inside Story, like Superstar Saga. It's much of the same, but, you know, with some added things, and overall, it's just a great fucking game. I mean, the latest RPG that I've played and beat was Tales of Vesperia, and I love that game. I love that game so much. So going back to something, you know, like this is, I don't know, it just feels odd because I'm craving more of Tales of Vesperia. I mean, granted, I could play another Tales of game, but, you know, that could work for a sequel. Didn't Tales of, what was it, Tales of Exilia get a sequel or whatever? I don't know. But yeah, this is a great game. For one thing, I do like the Papercraft battles a lot more than the giant Luigi battles in Dream Team. I just think they're a lot more fun and more fast-paced. So, good on that. And also, the concept. It's just, well, ingenious, you know? The Paper Mario series and the Mario and Luigi series kind of combining. I mean, the two, you know, well-known fucking Mario RPG series. It's like, it's ingenious. It's a great freaking concept. And hey, it'll be better than, you know, goddamn fucking Paper Mario Color Splash. But, hey, great concept, great game. Just a lot of great things. I still don't like how when either Mario or Luigi is down and, you know, the enemy's attacking, you have to, like, hold one of the bros, and it slows down your reaction time to jumping or swinging a hammer. I think all the Mario and Luigi games do that, and I fucking hate that it's still going on here because it's dumb, and it's kind of another reason where it's like, you know, gotta have some more Tales of Vesperia and Eternal Sonata, really good battle systems. I'm not saying that this is a bad battle system, it's just like, you know, there's just times I play this and I'm like, I can't be asked to, like, you know, do this. But, you know, it's really frickin' enjoyable. Is it a worthy successor to Dream Team? Yeah, most likely, although I don't feel that the locations and stuff are as varied. I mean, granted, I've put about, I think, 23 hours into this. In fact, I got this actually March 7th, so I'm pretty late. I really should have talked about this game sooner. And also, I like, you know, hey, Toadette's here, you know? It's always nice to see Toadette be in another game rather than just, you know, another character in a spin-off. I mean, you know, she had some plot point in Dance Dance Revolution Mario Mix, and, you know, she was, you know, there for, Captain Toad Treasure Tracker. Hey, and it's great to see her. It's also really great to see the, you know, the Koopalings after, you know, their appearance in Superstar Saga where they were just bosses and they didn't speak. You know, it's cool that they're there. It really is. And, you know, the addition of Paper Mario really adds a nice, like, fresh new spin on this, you know, battle system. And, you know, it's great. It really is, you know, a great game. You know, the Mario and Luigi, you know, the Mario and Luigi games so far just never fail to impress me. And it's great stuff. I mean, even though, like I said, you know, there might be some sort of bias to any Mario RPG I play, because good old Tales of Vesperia, and I know, you know, Vesperia isn't like the first of its kind to have the battle system. I'm pretty sure other Tales games had it and other RPGs, but it's like, goddamn, that game's battle system was so good. But, you know, hey, great stuff, and, you know, I don't know what much more else to say. I mean, like, I guess it's nice that Peach isn't kidnapped for the entire game. You know, we do rescue her at one point, and then, you know, fuck up Bowser Jr., so that's cool. Yeah. Yeah, let's talk about one more. Wave Race Blue Storm for the GameCube. Yeah, first GameCube game of 2016 that I got. Woo. And this was one of the launch titles for the system. And now I own 5 of them, which would be Luigi's Mansion, Super Monkey Ball, Star Wars Rogue Leader, Rogue Squadron 2, Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3, and this. So yeah. And hey, well, it's a Wave Race game. One of 3 actually, but hey, now that I own this, I own all 3 Wave Race games, so yay. And hey, I played it, and it's great stuff. I wouldn't expect anything less from, you know, my favorite system of all time. It's just great action, great graphics, great atmosphere. You know, the controls, while not as smooth as they could be, it's still just a damn good racer, and I feel like I got more used to the whole system with the buoys, you know, how you have to go around them, more so than I did when I initially played, like, Wave Race 64. Not trying to hate on Wave Race 64, but it's like, holy shit, you know. But I gotta go back and play Wave Race 64. But, you know, this is also a great game. I'm not sure if I'll be able to try the Expert Championship, but it's like, you know, this is great stuff. It is. You know, it's gonna be a watch us play. You know, check that out. And check out the game, too. It's not too expensive, so yeah.